All right, guys. Well, welcome to the Meebo Bug channel for the first time. I'm gonna put my face. Well, my face was on YouTube when we did the Contra run. Um, Definitely weird to see yourself on film, but we're gonna roll with it and just become comfortable and enjoy and have a good time. What we decided to do is do a film.
Jeopardy.
Well, I don't know about Jeopardy. This is more of a
Family Feud.
no. No, this is to see the difference in generation gap. So I told Cole, I said, "What if we do like a couple questions to see if you can guess the things that I grew up in, and then have him do some questions as well." Well, Cole didn't come up with too many questions yet, so I'm gonna lay it on him thick right now, and then we'll do a part two where he'll ask me some questions as well. So just kind of a warm up, Cole, just to get you kind of the juices going. We'll ask a few questions just to kind of warm you up. What day is Super Bowl Sunday?
Sunday.
All right, awesome. How many people in the Jackson Five?
Hi.
All right, good deal. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, you ready, Cole? So these are questions I'm going to ask him that were in the 80s and 90s. I wrote a few down. Hopefully, Cole didn't go sneak into the drive and try to answer them on his own terms, but he said he didn't. He gave me a scout's honor, and I might have some that pop up on the way as I'm reading these. So um, here's another warm up one too, Cole. What is the relationship between Mario and Luigi?
They're brothers.
They're brothers.
That's a funny question.
Yeah, we should have filmed Mom when we asked her that because my wife literally said cousins, and she said it would assert it's like that was the right answer. So she's not playing in any quiz shows with us anytime soon. So all right, so Cole, this one's pretty easy. Came out in '95, but you should know it. What does Pokemon stand for?
Pocket Monsters.
What is it?
Pocket Monsters.
Pocket Monsters. That's what Pokemon stands for. All right. How many men were in Boys to Men?
2.
No.
But it's boys to men.
No.
2.
There was
Men.
4. There was 4 in Boys to Men. They're down to 3
yes.
right now. They're still touring, I think, in Vegas. But Boys to Men had 4 in their group. What came first, the Sega Genesis or the Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis came out in 1989. Super Nintendo came out in 91/92. So Sega Genesis was first. Michael Jackson was the king of what?
Um,
Michael Jackson was considered, his title was the king of what? The king of pop.
Oh, yeah.
The king of pop.
I had that in my mind.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah, it was right there. It was just right there. And I'll tell you what, Michael Jackson had sisters. Name 2 of Michael Jackson's sisters.
Janet Jackson.
Speak up loud in case they can't hear.
Janet Jackson and...
And who else?
I don't know.
And LaToya. That's the 2 famous ones that you hear about all the time. How many colors are on the Rubik's Cube?
6.
6 sides to a Rubik's Cube, right? So it's got to be 6 colors. Well, you got that one right. Here's a fun one. Marky Mark had what type of bunch?
Crazy.
I was expecting you to say Brady because that's what my wife said last night too. Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Yeah, we've been watching a lot of Wahlbergs lately, catching up on the episodes. It's a wonderful family. God bless Miss Alma, who raised 9 kids. That's got to take some love and patience there, and that's a wonderful family. All right, Cole, you ready? What is a Walkman?
A man who walks.
A man who walks. Sarate. A Walkman is a device that came out in the early 80s that held cassettes. So right now we use iPods, but a Walkman was actually a device about this big. I wish I had something a little bit smaller than this book right here. You put it on your belt or whatever. You can clip it on. It played an actual cassette tape, and then you put the headphones on your ears. That was the first time we were able to take music mobile. Do you know the company that invented the Walkman?
Walkman.
Now you're being Sony. Sony. What big device?
PlayStation.
Very good. Well, you knew that one, huh? You got that one right away, huh? All right. So here's a question. Who killed the radio star?
Is this like a joke question?
It's a question. Come on, get your thinking cap on. Go back to the 80's or 90's. Who killed the radio star?
Is radio star a person?
The video killed the radio star. It was actually the first video, if I'm not mistaken, that played on MTV. I think MTV started in 1982. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. It's the first video that was played, the music video, and that was the name of the song. Video killed the radio star. Finish this sentence. You ready? We'll go to the 90's here. Crisscross will make you what? We got people watching right now yelling the answer. Crisscross, you give up? Crisscross will make you jump. Matter of fact, Crisscross was a young R&B group, rap group that were the ones that actually wore their clothes backwards for the first time. It was a trend for quite some time in their videos. All right, here's a fun one, Cole. Come on, don't give up. You get to attack me again when we do part 2. I'm sure I'm going to get some wrong. Name these in the order they came out. You ready? CD, cassette tape, vinyl record, and 8-track. What was the first one that came out of those 4?
Vinyl record.
Very good. What was the second?
Cassette tape.
It was 8-track. What was the third one?
Cassette tape.
Very good. And the fourth one?
CD.
CD. What does CD stand for? Ooh, come on, Bruce. Not sure?
Cassette disc.
Close. Compact disc. Compact disc. Very good. All right, come on, get this one. What famous actor became the president in the 1980's?
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan. Absolutely.
Oh, tell her what Mom said. Tell him what Mom said.
I forgot. What was her answer?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That is wrong. All right. The 80's is labeled as the golden decade of film. So, Cole, name 3 movies that came out in 1986.
Jurassic Park?
No, Jurassic Park came out, I think, in 91. It was 90's. Speaking of 90's, not to stop you, see this shirt I'm wearing? This shirt, guys, is 25 years old. This is a shirt by Massimo, however you want to pronounce it. I actually bought 2 shirts. This is one, and the other one was for my wife when we went to the Sadie Hawkins dance. I just thought it was, the perfect time to throw it on if we're going to do some 80's and 90's pop quiz. But this shirt is 25 years old. It feels new. It's brand new. It's only been worn a couple times. And this was our matching shirt that we took the picture with and went to the dance with. So how cool is that? Matter of fact, I remember the late 90's when Massimo was big in the mall. You saw it all over, shirts and hats. But anyway, back to our quiz. So name 3 famous movies in 1986. Now, I know that's kind of targeting. I could say, hey, name 3 movies in the 80's. Well, tell you what, name 3 movies in the 80's. How about that?
Back to the Future.
Very good. That's 1985.
Karate Kid.
Awesome. That's 1984. That's scary that I know that stuff. Name one more.
Star Wars.
Star Wars. No, that was 1977. Although Return of the Jedi came out in 82.
I never said
82, 83.
I never said which Star Wars movie. I just said Star Wars.
Shot about bing bang. Good try. So you don't know?
I knew the original Star Wars came out in 1977. I'm just saying A Star Wars came out in the 80s.
Why, sure. Why, sure. So 1986, you had Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Karate Kid Part 2.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah. You had, see, in 86, you had Top Gun. I don't have this on the list, guys. It's just me being a big movie fanatic. One of my favorites was Aliens, James Cameron, Part 2. Not recommended for children, but definitely ahead of its time. So, all right, how about this? What is a pager? Yeah, let some of your classmates try to get that one. Get that one, boy.
This is something to do with the bank.
Something to do with the bank. Well, in some cases, probably so. So, a pager was a very small device. Let's see, we got something about the size of this mouse right here. And before cell phones, you got a pager. So, your pager had a number. It was put in your belt buckle, and someone needed your attention. They would actually dial that number, and the device, I don't have a pager with me, but the device would vibrate, and a telephone number would show up on the pager, and that was your way of getting paged to call somebody. You just returned a phone call that digitally appeared on the LCD screen. And then they got to a point where some of the pagers were starting to have texting, and then lo and behold, you got to smartphones that did everything. So, Cole, here's one I don't have on the list. Arcade video. It's before video games. Arcade was big. It kind of died out toward the late 80s. But between the 80s
Probably when
and
Nintendo came out.
Yeah, that really crashed the market big time. But in the 80s and 90s, how much did it cost to play an arcade game? A quarter. Yeah, 25 cents. And if you were a good gamer, that quarter can last you a very, very long time. Matter of fact, if you wanted next, if you were playing some type of combat game or a competition game, you would put your quarter up on the actual control board to call your next spot. Now games like $1.50, $2, it's insane. It's crazy. Here's one that has nothing to do with the 80s and 90s. How many apostles? This is an important question that we should all know as Christians. How many apostles did Jesus have?
12.
12 apostles. Can you name all 12?
I can name a few. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John for sure.
That's 4.
Judas.
That's 5.
Judah.
6.
Peter.
So you had Judas of Thaddeus and then Judas of Iscariot. Peter.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah, there's a... Yeah.
Keep going.
I don't know if Mary was a disciple.
No, it's apostle.
That's what I meant.
Apostle. 12 apostles.
Was Mary an apostle?
So 12 apostles are Mark, Matthew, Luke, John, Peter, Simon,
I said
Andrew,
Matthew.
James, Philip, Bartholomew, Judas of Thaddeus, and Judas Iscariot. That's the 12
Mark,
apostles.
Matthew, but I got Matthew. Oh, you should.
I checked it all.
Yeah, okay.
I got it. Absolutely. Definitely. So Cole, are you going to do a question there for the 2000s and the 2010s, the 2020s? That's so crazy to say that.
The 2010s and 2020s because I've only been born since 2000.
How about sports? We'll start off an easy one on this.
Okay.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
What was Michael Jordan's nickname?
Air Jordan.
Very good. If you didn't get that right, I'd have shut this whole YouTube channel down. I'm going down. Michael Air Jordan. So Michael Jordan and a bunch of NBA players for the first time played for the Olympics in 1992, and they were labeled a nickname. What was that nickname of that group of basketball players that competed and won gold medal in 1992? Do you know?
Mm-mm.
They were called the Dream Team. A lot of people say there's Dream Team 2s and 3s, but there's only one Dream Team. That's the 1992 NBA squad for the 92 Olympics. So, um, who's Jose Canseco?
No idea.
Oh, man. Baseball player, Oakland A's. Who's Ken Griffey Jr.?
No idea.
Oh, baseball player. Goodness.
I don't know baseball players. I
Man,
don't know baseball players.
Name one baseball card company for baseball cards. Just name one company.
Wait, I forgot.
Just one.
I had one in my head. I forgot it.
That was big during my
MLB.
time. That stands for Major League Baseball.
I know. I thought.
When we were collected big time before baseball card industry crash, Upper Deck was the elite elite card at the time, like 89, 90, 91. And of course, Ken Griffey Jr.'s rookie card for Upper Deck was the big rave. I'll never forget that. Just bring back memories. Cole, what came first, the laser disc or the VCR? Because V8, excuse me, I'm tongue twisting here. What came first, the laser disc or the VHS cassette?
VHS cassette.
Very good. Laser disc, you can Google it, is actually an oversized CD. And Cole, you know what? We need to look that up. I'm actually not too sure about that. So we're going to do that one together. I want to say the VHS came before the laser disc.
Well, don't ask me the question if you don't know for sure.
What came before VHS tapes? I remember VHS had beta. I remember that. Of course, you had film reels. So what I'm gonna do is what came first. I'm pretty confident on this one. This one just came up VHS or. You don't have a question you want to ask me, Cole? So, what came first, VHS or Laserdisc?
Oh, Laserdisc.
Laserdisc came before VHS. How about that? Hey, remember the scene in Back to the Future 2? Right when they arrive in the future, and the DeLorean was coming down, and then that's when Michael J. Fox got the famous Nike mags that are very valuable and expensive. But in the background, you'll see a bunch of boxes, and behind that DeLorean is a whole bunch of laser discs. So if you want to know what a laser disc is, it's actually in the background in the alley where the DeLorean drops down, which was another great franchise too as well. And also talk about arcade games. If you remember this, there was an arcade game called Dragon's Lair, and that arcade game actually played off of a laser disc. That was when they did like a cartoon, and you had to push your directional joystick or hit a button at a certain time, and if you missed it at that perfect timing, then your character in the cartoon would die. I mean, nice way to put it. He was gone. As a matter of fact, they did two of them. They did Dragon's Lair, and then they did Space Ace. It was the same cartoon style. One was in the medieval time, one obviously in the space time. So, well, I enjoyed this. This is just a little Kickstarter, some fun things we're going to do. I'm proud of Cole. We started a channel back in 2017 for fun. He's up to 214 subscribers. We do things like he's opening toys. I'm big into a big racing game called Asphalt 9, which is really been addictive to me actually, and competitive. And we throw a couple films up there as well. We doing this, it's just having a good time, guys, having fun. The Lord has blessed us tremendously in our lives, and I told Cole, I said, we get you 1,000 subscribers, we're going to invest in a serious camera, GoPro system, and really
merchandise,
really upstart. Got a Meebo bug. we got some great ideas that we're going to do, and get Cole kind of out of his shell, so he can act silly like he does when the camera's off. And guys, it ain't easy. They see, hey, that's what it takes. Take a little poking, little poking there, little Pokemon. So kind of get them going. Cole, how many? Here's one that just hit my. Matter of fact, let me add them. Well, I might make a mistake. What movie was Apollo Creed in?
Creed.
Well, I can't fault him for that one. That's a correct answer theoretically. It's the Rocky series. Who was the actor that played Rocky?
The Rock.
Sylvester Stallone or Sly Stallone. See, the action figures I grew up with were Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, some Chuck Norris. In the early 90s, Steven Seagal was coming up big. And I respect Steven Seagal because he's a true Aikido martial artist.
I bet the camera can't even hear you.
Why would you say that?
Because you're talking very quick.
No, it can pick up everything. I promise you.
Can I pick out this?
I promise you. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. We try not to bore you, just trying to make it fun and interesting. And I actually can't wait for Cole to ask me some questions, make me look like a goofball and a fool. And I look forward to sharing some messages as well. Matter of fact, God has put on my heart to do an actual detailed message. Recently, me and my wife are walking about 3 miles a day, and then I started taking off jogging. I'm a little over a mile to a mile and 3/4, and in the greatest shape of my life. And I got a story that I'll share with you guys of how I tied that in, and what God has put on my heart to share with people. But anyhow, enjoy our channel. We got a lot more things to do, a lot more growing to do, but we can only grow without your support. With your support. There you go. There you see, he's out of his shell. That's all it takes, Watch. So Cole, jump. See? Boom. There you go. So anyway, subscribe to that channel. Please share it. Hit the like button. And, we're going to start turning a lot of comments on. Guys, have a kind heart. It goes back to the old saying, if you got nothing nice to say, just don't say it, because sometimes you end up putting the target on you and not the person who's doing the video. And like I always say when we do these fun videos, if you got something to say, pop your camera up, start your channel, and film yourself. This is Cole and Dane signing off in Amiibo Bug, and we'll talk to you soon. God bless.
Amiibo.